Right, this is my Pereira versus Ankalaev fight breakdown. I want to start off by saying I got a little bit carried away last video. Um, I was a bit annoyed, my favourite fighter lost, and I was a little bit biased, I won't lie. But upon rewatching it, it was a lot closer. It could have went either way, in my opinion. I'm gonna break it down in a second, but it could honestly it could have went either way. Um, yeah, it was a decent fight. It was a bit boring, but it is what it is. Yeah. Right, let's start round one. I'm gonna go through the rounds and then we'll talk about some other stuff after. But starting off round one, it was a clear Pereira round. He was chewing the legs up. He was landing. He's done some. There was a spinning kick at one point, misses, but but yeah, the leg kicks won in this round. He's doing his usual thing, spamming the low kicks. Ank didn't really do much this round. Ankalaev was, he shoots the takedown at the end, gets defended. Yeah, this was a clear Pereira round. I think everybody saw this. Um, round two, this was an Ank round. He had that big rock at the end, stunned Pereira. It wasn't like Pereira was almost out or anything, but he clearly was wobbled a bit, and that won Ankalaev the round. Even though he was doing well before that, Ankalaev was doing very well before that, but that stole the round for Ankalaev. Yeah, these first two rounds are very clear on who they went to. Round one, Pereira. Two, Ankalaev. Round three, this is the controversial one. This is the one that, a lot of people thought Ankalaev won this one. A lot of people thought Pereira won this one. I had this very close round. I had it edging to Pereira. Just because I feel like in the first half of the round, Ankalaev was doing his thing. But in the second half of the round, when Pereira started including those rear leg kicks, which is very unusual, he never does that. Once he started including those, you can tell it started to take a little bit of a toll on Ankalaev. He started to slow down a lot more and stop throwing as much. Pereira also had a nice slip, kind of counter right hand that caught Ankalaev with. It was a very close round, but I do think Pereira edged it out on damage. Like mainly because of the leg kicks, really. But Ankalaev in the second half, he didn't really do much. First he started off the first half of this round, with some good output, some good lands. But the second half, like I said, I feel like Pereira stole it with them leg kicks, and he had that nice slip counter at one point. I feel like Pereira did more damage this round, but honestly, it could have went either way. If you want to give Ankalaev this round, I'm okay with that. I really am. Round four, not much happened this round. It was a complete smudge round. Ankalaev was just holding him against the fence. Yeah, Ankalaev, yeah, I think he thought he was ahead on. Well, he obviously was. He thought he was ahead on the scorecard. So he thought, I'll smudge in this round, secure this round. He did. I feel like this should have been splitting up quite a few times. You can't just hold someone against the fence and not get punished for it. I really think they need to take more action on just like they did with the low blows in the whose fight was it? I forgot whose fight it was, but on this card, after the second low blow, a point was deducted. Oh my god, that's bugging me. Whose fight was that? Oh well, but I feel like the referee in that fight was very active and was like, "You need to punish this straight away." I feel like they should be like that with splitting up. You need to get a. Feel like Ankalaev should get a bit of a warning. You know, Mark Goddard comes in, splits them up. He's like, "Can't be doing that. Don't be stalling. No stalling." I mean, he is active. I won't lie. He does throw them knees, but it's not like it's anything crazy. And he wasn't really going for takedowns either. And then as soon as Alex left the clinch, Ankalaev pushed him straight back into it, and that really annoyed me. But this is an Ankalaev round. Yeah. This round really annoyed me. If Ankalaev hadn't really done that, I'd have been a lot less annoyed, and I'd, been more okay with the decision. But it is what it is. He took this round pretty clearly. Round 5. Pereira round. It was a close round, I won't lie, it was a close round, but Pereira did do more damage. He had that hard, hit him with a hard low kick into a head kick, and kind of, not stuns, but hurts a little bit, hurts Ankalaev a little bit. Ankalaev starts to go back, back against the cage. But Ankalaev did land some nice punches in this. He landed a nice, I think that he landed some nice punches to the body, a nice nice left hand as Pereira's coming in. But like I said, I feel like Pereira had the most damage this fight. Also, Ankalaev tried to take him down again, didn't work. But yeah, I feel like Pereira stole this round. I thought this was clear Pereira round, just on damage. But man, this is the Pereira we should have had in the rest of the fight. He wasn't doing enough. He was throwing low kicks and he wasn't setting anything up. Like, come on, if you're throwing them low kicks, you need to start setting up head kicks. Like, it's as simple as that. Especially with someone like Pereira who has no what's the word? He doesn't show the leg kicks. You can't see it coming. It's just bam, bam. He can easily set up them head kicks, especially with his rear leg kick. That I was very surprised at him throwing the rear leg kick. That's how you knew. When I saw him throw that, I knew Pereira was, in a little bit of trouble, because you can tell he was like, all right, the lead leg kicks aren't really doing much, and we start throwing the rear ones. But you should have set something up with it. Should have pressured more. If you want to give Ankalaev this fight, I'm completely okay with that. If you want to give Pereira it, I'm okay with that too. This could have went either way. Would I have rather Pereira won? 100%. But it is what it is. Ankalaev's the champ now. Also, can we just talk about in round 4 how Ankalaev couldn't take down Pereira, right? Pereira managed to take down. I know it was like at the last second trip, but he still took down Ankalaev. Someone has said to me, Pereira will take down Ankalaev, and Ankalaev will not get a single takedown. I said, you're waffling, mate. You're waffling. But that surprised me. That was funny. Yeah, it was just before the bell. What was I gonna say? Anyways, yeah. As I was saying, I'm okay with this going to Ankalaev. I was in a bit of a mood. In my last video, I was tired. I just done the video after staying up all night. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning where I live. Hadn't slept, so I was a bit annoyed. But it is what it is. I'm okay with Ankalaev winning. Yeah, could have went either way, but I'm okay with it. Right, some notes after the fight. Pressure fumbles. Pereira fumbles under pressure. Simple as that. I know it's a takedown threat, but man, Pereira just didn't look like he could handle the pressure. He looked so awkward, man. He looked so uncomfortable, and that's unusual. For Pereira to look uncomfortable is really unusual. Props to Ankalaev, because he was doing Pereira in at times. He also had Pereira second guessing himself. That's what got Pereira rocked in the second round. He kind of second guesses a kick, hesitates, and Ankalaev lands the left hand, I believe. Yeah, man. Pereira couldn't handle the pressure. He was turning into an Adesanya. Not running. I hate that word, but evading away and throwing them leg kicks. He's kind of turned into an Adesanya. I won't lie, but he didn't seem right this fight. I know it's stupid to say that, but yeah, the pressure, man. That pressure got to Pereira. I know it's a takedown threat, like I said, but that pressure in the striking as well was crazy. Number 2, Pereira has good takedown defense. We know that now. He looked. I mean, I don't think anybody's defended every single takedown Ankalaev has through, has went for. Sorry. I think that's only Pereira, but that's impressive. His takedown defense looked phenomenal in this fight. But he was obviously a lot more focused on defending takedowns and setting his striking up, which is probably why his takedown defense was better. I also want to talk about Pereira's boxing. What was happening? Pereira landed about 5 punches to the head that entire fight. His boxing, I don't know what he was doing. His boxing was terrible. He wasn't even he was barely even punching. You know, he was obviously very focused on the leg kicks. That was obviously their game plan. But man, when that didn't work, Pereira had nothing else. His boxing, obviously he had moments, but his boxing didn't seem there, man. You know, Pereira's got good boxing. We know that. We've seen that in other fights, but it just didn't. It just wasn't there. He was also gun shy. He was hesitant, very hesitant this entire fight. And that's obviously because of the takedown threat. But yeah, man, crazy. Um, yeah, man, that's to see Pereira gun shy is a it's a rare thing. Especially when he's got such a powerful left hook. Man, he didn't seem confident this fight. He didn't seem confident at all. Last thing I want to talk about. It wasn't a domination. We'll get that clear. It could have went even. I've seen a lot of them people will say, you know, bumming Ankalaev saying, "Oh, it was a 5-0 domination." Blah blah. It wasn't. It could have went either way. If Pereira won, that would have been an okay decision. Ankalaev winning, that's an okay decision. It wasn't a domination. So these are the same people that were saying that Bilal versus Leon was a domination. It wasn't. Leon had moments. It was a pretty close fight. If you added a bit of elbows here there or a bit of control for Leon here and there, Leon would have won that fight. One round, Leon probably could have won that. I mean, it's as simple as that. A lot of people overrate the Bilal versus Leon fight. Leon probably had the bigger moments in that fight as well in the last round. But anyways, I'm not talking about Leon. I'm not talking about them snooze fests. We're talking about this fight. Even though this fight was a bit boring. But yeah, it wasn't a domination. It really wasn't. Ankalaev he looked like Ankalaev. Ankalaev didn't look special. He didn't look. He did what he usually does when he struggles in a fight. He did what he kind of did against Yan, except he could take Yan down. But when he couldn't take Pereira down, he was just holding him. Yeah. Pereira looked awful. I'll say that. He didn't look good. But obviously, it's unfair for me to say that because it's obviously Ankalaev who's doing something and he's affecting how Pereira's looking. But even then, Pereira still didn't look himself. But yeah, it wasn't a domination. I'll say that. Finally, next fight to make, it's a rematch. Dana's already heavily hinted at that. There's not really many other people who can fight for the title. And I feel like if Yuri or someone like that, or winner of Carlos Ulberg and Yan, I feel like if they did fight for the title, or someone along them lines fought for the title, it would be pretty annoying because then Pereira probably wouldn't fight until next year. And Pereira likes to fight often. I do hope Pereira takes a break though. He's been fighting quite a bit lately, so take a little break and get back to it. Yeah, man, I think that's what everyone wants, a rematch. Go for the rematch. Fingers crossed Pereira can knock him out. But no, I'm joking. I'm trying not to be biased. But yeah, it was a good fight. Wasn't a domination. It was very close. Pereira looked bad. Ankalaev looked himself. Yeah, congrats to Ankalaev. Well done. But yeah, rematch next. Let's get it done. Right, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, sub.